Adelaide Crows confronting a juggernaut. Can they stop it? I doubt it. Three-quarter time, 9:14 to 5-5. The Crows. It's all about pride from here on in. Sure, they want their second win of the season, but Adelaide will be a small town for them next week. Up goes Lade, thumps it down, centre square infringement, and it will go, I think, to Port. Well, a lot of pointing in the centre square there. Maybe somebody was pushed in. Both teams pleading their case. In any case, Wilson, who was inspirational late in that previous quarter, takes the kick and goes out wide. This is Lade. These moments too. Back to Wilson. Running down towards centre half forward for space, and Cummings. It hangs a long time in the air. Cummings almost. Jamison from behind. Franco. He's seen plenty of the ball. Primus didn't really want it. It's hot. It's held to him. And a bounce in the pocket. 9:14 to 5-5. Well, here's the casualty area. No one left. Francis in the background. Wanganeen in the foreground. Primus manoeuvring. Franco goes straight up in the air. They come from all directions. Cummings over the top. Jamison got a fist on it. Lockwood knocks it back in. Stanfield doing the rucking now. Kicks to the outer side. It's a push in the back that time, we're told.
There's no doubt about that. Donald Dickey is going to hand it back. This is Mark Bickley. They really need someone to spark them, but you can't see it at the moment. The kick to centre wing. They've got the numbers. Port, big punch. Now, I am very impressed with that player at centre halfback. He is mean and tough and hard. I'm talking about Darren Mead. He just doesn't give an inch to his opponents.
He's tough to mark against.
It's not him on screen, but number 33, that was Adam Huskus, but there's Lade getting it down to Wilson. Wilson, a quick kick to the half-forward line. McLeod behind. Downsborough with Nigel Smart. They tap it to the line, and over it goes. But again, it's in the half-forward area for Port. Jason McCartney's been moved down to centre half forward to try and liven up that half forward area. Stanfield, they all miss it. The ruckman, I'm sure the umpire will come in and bounce this. He will.
About 35 metres out from Port's attacking goal. If they can kick the first one here, I get the feeling could very well have it in the bag. Stanfield claimed, and again, of course, you think back to the game I saw yesterday, Optus Oval. For all intents and purposes, the Fremantle Dockers had won that, so nothing is gilt-edged. On what we've seen, the Crows would have to have a split personality in the space of the next 30 minutes. Stanfield thumps it out wide. Brewer has been very good. Plays the percentages back towards the middle. In front, Cummings almost the mark. Downsborough that crumbs, and he's kicked the goal.
Brewer, an excellent play today, Brewer, and got the ball out on that boundary line there. Didn't try to blaze away at goal. Centred the ball to the top of the goal square, as we see here. Almost played as a secondary, smaller, mobile centre half forward today, Brewer, and almost marked by Cummings, but then Downsborough, the big fella, did the crumbing work, left foot goal, and I think the Port Adelaide people could just about start celebrating.
Port have got all the answers. 10-14 to 5-5. I don't think the Crows could play any worse, but that's because of the great performance the Port Adelaide players. As Barry Stanfield goes forward, disciplined play, big punch away from Kingsley, then goes to get it again. Oh, good play to Huskus. They are playing as a real team. Down to Braden Lyle. Can't quite hang on to the mark, but he has been outstanding. Ormond Allen towards centre wing. Underneath it, Bond has been terrific. Shane Bond, 11 and 11. Over to Burgoyne. On the right foot, he drives it down to half forward. A one-on-one contest. No mark. Kane Johnson, Ormond Allen. Johnson again. Here's Mark Prosciutto, centre of the ground. They've got loose men out here at half forward. Taking his Rintoul down to half forward. Modra has it punched away. Mead goes to the line. Is that deliberate? No, the umpire gives him the benefit. And the crowd are hooting.
I think it's an aspect of his game he's got to work on.
I think he has to go along the boundary line a few inches rather than straight over.
You can see him put Alberton down in the pocket after training, just working on that. Throw it in, down in front. Bond, slick hands away. Kingsley left it behind. Bond's over the ball. His brother's umpiring, standing above him. His brother called it right. Wilson comes away, the recipient of the free. Bounces up to half-back, kicks towards the wing. Tailor-made for Edwards. Good grab over Brewer. Edwards on the wing, goes in short, gave it away. Lyle, marvellous game. Huskis through the centre square, inside the 50. Primus. The luxury of him spending a long time on the bench today. Matthew Primus, a centering kick, a clever one too. How will it sit for Cummings? He gathers the ball, falling to the turf. Franco, 55 out, back to the middle. Dickey, too far out to score. Plenty of space down there. Primus wants it long. It goes in that direction. Primus too tall, surely. Oh, Bob Johnson. Oh, it appeared his arm was being held. Tregenza goes through. I give up. Jefferson kicks it towards the outer side. Dickey goes storming after the ball close to the boundary line. And across it goes.
You're going back a long way with Bob Johnson, Dennis.
Well, surely he's being held by the arm. My goodness.
I think that's a fair call, Dennis. I don't think too many people could argue with that.
That is a submission hold.
There's Stanfield. Brown. Hand pass comes out to Burgoyne. Burgoyne onto the right, brings it down. Oh, no mark. Good attempt. This is Tregenza driving it to half forward again. It's a bit of an up and under kick, and here he is, the centre back, Brendan Mead. He has been terrific. Then he does the team thing to tap it back. Oh, good play. He's got support here from Lockwood, who bends it back. Loose players everywhere here at half forward for Port. This is Wilson. He can chip it further field to Downsbury. He's got it. I thought he might turn around and play on, but oh, Crows, they're well down in just about every department, Lee.
You reckon that Michael Wilson could work 1 percentage point harder? That kid just works his guts out from start to finish.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Wilson. Number 15. This is Ian Downsborough, former Eagle. Kicks at goal, low trajectory, kick started to swing, just not quite enough. One behind. Gee, you'd have to say the Crows have been very, very disappointingly.
Well, they've been thrashed. I mean, unless the game turns around in the final 20 minutes, it's an absolute thrashing.
Hart short. Johnson to Bond. Bond up towards midfield. Vardy, nicely done. Smart. Stanfield. Kicks well inside the 50. Defender fell over. Rintoul, as a result, the easy mark about 15 metres out. So a chance of a quick reply. Malcolm not even looking at the moment.
That's when the Crows have looked the most dangerous, after the Port Adelaide behinds. They've actually brought the ball in from their kickings fairly well and got the ball running through midfield quite a few times.
Rintoul gets under it, but it's good.
Chad Rintoul is kicking second, 6-5. The Crows, Port Adelaide, remain on 10-15.
Yes, well, again, as I said, mentioned the kick-ins. The Crows have been able to bring the ball out and get running players coming through. That's one area that Port haven't been able to block up. And really, it was a good kick. The Port Adelaide player lost his footing. Important to keep your footing, have a second go at it. Rintoul was the one who kept his feet.
10-15 plays 6-5. The attendance 47,256. As David Brown goes forward, good mark to Kane Johnson. Product of the under-18 competition. He was a star player in that comp, producing many AFL players. And there's Tregenza driving it forward. They need 2 or 3 quick ones. Well, they've got a chance here. Costa at the back. Here's Peter Barty racing in the goal. It's another one. Mounting a challenge.
Well, all of a sudden the pressure's been reversed. I mean, after that goal just before, I mean, Port Adelaide should have won the game. And all of a sudden it's amazing how the pressure goes off, because it's if the game has been decided. And as soon as that happened, the Crows have gone forward, kicked a couple of goals, and all of a sudden the game is a little bit in the balance. So we'll just see how the two sides react to this situation.
28 points the margin. Still time enough. Stanfield favoured by the bounce. Orman Allen did well. Rashudo floats it down towards centre half forward. Caven over the top. Bond. Caven did well lying on the ground. It comes to Vardy, the unlikely hero. Down towards full forward. Out of middle. A revival.
Well, there's no doubt about that. All of a sudden it's back to what, a 22-point margin, and the 3 goals within probably 2 minutes. Again, it looked like Bond, who has been very good all day, it looked like Port were going to bring the ball out, but again, it's composure under pressure. It's which side can just stand up now.
Four goals to Tony Modra. The Crows are mounting a real challenge here. Let's see if they can get it out again. Rashudo lost it. Oh, Brewer was caught high. Would have to be a free kick to Brewer. They've still got a fair way to go, the Crows, though. They're down by 2 goals 10 or 3 goals 4. So, oh, he's kicked into the man, Brewer. It allows Smart. All our things going the way of the Crows now. The long kick down towards the half-forward line. Modra waits. Caven. Little toe poke. Here's Adam Huskus driving it to centre wing. The bounce important here. Oh, well played by Brown. Taps it towards the line. Still going on with it, David Brown. Also good play by Costa. Gets it to Bond. Bond, the racehorse, breaks away. He'll drive it down the danger area. Modra is there, but oh, that is a brilliant mark. Taken down there for Port Adelaide under pressure by Stephen Daniels.
Nice shot. Burgoyne, nicely done. Paxman. Chips it out wide. Lyle at full stretch does well. Is it right half back?
It's important for Port now just to try and slow the game down a fraction. Everybody's out, heart's beating hard, the adrenaline's flowing through players from both sides, just to try and slow it down a fraction.
They're doing that at the moment. Dickey's got it. Still across half back. 10-15, 8-5. 11 and a half minutes to go. Dickey needs to be perfect. Wilson hasn't he played a game? Very good. No easy mark that. A name to write down. Michael Wilson, an emerging star already. Port producing them. Kick comes from Lade to half forward. Offhands, loose ball. Rashudo. Brewer emerges with it. Chips it out wide. Downsborough can take it and go. Downsborough 25 out. Kicks a goal. That may quell the resistance.
Good play back on this half-back flank here. They just sort of didn't panic. Just the last 5 minutes of the game, the Port Adelaide players have just panicked a fraction. But just this last piece of play, a couple of disposals out wide, just use the loose player. But eventually Lades come forward. Good play by Brewer, who's been very good to set up Downsborough for the goal, just to quell the challenge.
Ian Downsborough has kicked 2. 11-15 plays 8-5. Shane Brewer has been a very, very good player. Here's Burgoyne. Breaks the tackle. Over the back is Bond, who's also been outstanding. Brewer again. On the Lyle. 2 of the best players on the ground. Always slow to get rid of it. He drives it in towards full forward. Holding the man it should have been. It was a mark anyway, the big Matthew Primus. So he got it both ways there and will kick from 25 metres.
We see the difference there. The ruckman Primus is the only player left, really, so he has to be up there. But again, in the marking contest against Hart, he becomes a tall player, difficult to man up. It's important for these big, tall players that, in fact, players try to drop the ball on their head rather than waiting for them to lead, because then they become slow, drop it in the head, then their height becomes a factor.
Matthew Primus kicked. Oh, he's hooked it. The grandson of Reg Hickey, the famous Geelong coach and player. I know Bob Davis, there's Malcolm Blight looking on. Bob Davis was very disappointed that Geelong couldn't get him. 11-16 to 8-5 as Tyson Edwards drives it and finds Mark Rashudo.
21st possession coming up for Rashudo. It's been good in the second half. Orman Allen from half back up towards the wing. In front, attempted to mark Caven. Beaten on the ground though. Huskus, spring heel jack, hit the ground running to Bond. Marvellous game. Premiership player with the West Coast Eagles to Brewer. Running on is Lyle. He'll put the ball into space. Lyle and/or Cummings. Just too quick.
and the precision of their kicking. I mean, that's the other thing about Port Adelaide's game that's impressed me the last 2 weeks, their ability to find teammates with the, when they present themselves.
Moving in all directions to that ball.
It's one of the best games I've seen Shane Brewer play.
Yes, no, he's played some very good games for Geelong at various times, but today's has been as good as a game as he would have played that I've seen.
Now the rival full forwards have both booted 4. Cummings to get the edge here, and I think push Port over the hump. 11-16 to 8-5. Cummings, it's tight. He's missed. He has.
Port have to defend the long kick. Let Crows chip short. Don't worry about too much about that. Make sure they can't get the ball out and long and over the top through the centre square.
This is Bickley at half-back receiving. Haven. He's getting onto his left foot and driving it long. A one-on-one contest down here at half-forward. No mark. Here's Mead. He loves going to the boundary line. He's gone there again. And the umpire lets him get away with it. And Bond, Troy Bond, cannot believe it.
That's what Port have done better all day. Mead was the player who made the 20 metres to get over to make it a 2-on-1 contest. McCartney was caught 20 metres away. You have to get over there and support your teammate. Port have done it so well.
Layden, Stanfield. Bickley, a quick kick. Modra flies. Oh, he was up there again. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Here's Huskus. Shuffled out towards Wilson. That was by Kingsley. It's close to the boundary line. I'm sure the umpire will come in and bounce. He will.
I think Modra was fairly high up then.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
He was almost level with the